4 months after launch, the Thor feels better than it did on day one. AYN kept pushing updates. The built-in equalizer fixed the audio issues, software tweaks to help with long-term battery health, and OLED burn-in protection. There are a lot of improvements to talk about. I'll start with the obvious, the performance. The base model and above run on the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, the same chip inside the Retroid Pocket 6. That means Android games fly. GameCube and PS2 are easy. Switch emulation keeps improving as drivers mature. Even PC gaming through apps like WinLater and GameNative has improved since launch. AYN has steadily improved the Thor with regular firmware updates, including smarter power management that extends battery life and keeps the device cooler under load, added an 80% charge cap option for better long-term battery health, and implemented anti-burn-in protections like pixel shifting and dark mode adjustments to safeguard the dual OLED screens. Audio and touchscreen responsiveness both got better, and stability improvements reduced crashes and glitches over time. There are also power management tuning, smarter throttling, and better screen dimming behavior. In short, the software support has been consistent, and many of the early complaints were addressed as AYN kept refining the experience. And after several solid months of daily use, AYN Thor's physical condition has remained quite good. The hinge still feels firm and doesn't have that loose, floppy feeling some clamshells get after a while. It's not rock solid like a phone hinge, but there are no reports of developing cracks on it. The face buttons and sticks have stayed responsive and don't feel mushy or worn, and the triggers still click without any dead spots. The small switches for brightness and volume feel tight and dependable too. Nothing yet started to feel loose or sloppy over time. I haven't seen any major hardware failures or parts breaking, but that all-glass bottom front does make me more cautious about drops and scratches. It looks premium, but glass like that always feels slightly fragile compared with a plastic build. Overall, the Thor still feels solid and reliable, with no glaring hardware issues cropping up in everyday play. One thing that became clear after launch was that AYN Thor's dual screens weren't just a gimmick. Developers started building real software that takes advantage of both displays in useful ways. Native dual-screen front-ends like Emulation Station Desktop Edition let you play on the top screen while seeing cover art, guides, or metadata on the bottom without extra setup. Some Android titles and emulators have added better dual-screen layouts, so menus and touch controls live neatly on the lower panel, freeing the top for gameplay. Even simple tools like secondary keyboards, note-taking apps, and quick settings panels benefit from the extra screen space. It truly feels like the software ecosystem grew into the hardware, turning that second screen from a neat idea into something you would miss in single-display handhelds. AYN Thor's price has been gradually increasing. Base and Pro models went up by $10 to $30 in March, and there's talk of another bump later in the year. Even with that, the Thor still starts cheaper than many dual-screen designs did at launch and remains uniquely positioned with its built-in clamshell format. AYN Thor with 8 GB of RAM and comparable storage tends to cost around $310, while a Retroid Pocket 6 with that same chip, RAM, and storage sits closer to $250 last I checked. Of course, you're paying extra for that second screen on the Thor, and that's literally what you're buying. Built-in dual displays and the software around them. Depending on how you actually use your handheld, that extra cost can make sense because the Thor remains the only dual-screen device in this price bracket that doesn't rely on add-ons or external modules. The premium feels worth it. If a single screen is all you need, the Pocket 6 still hits way below the Thor's price.